Am I the asshole for not giving my sister her wedding dress because she didn't invited my underage son? I, a 40 years old man, have a sister, a 30 years old woman, who is getting married in 1 week. The groom proposed to her 1 year ago at a family dinner that left everyone speechless but very happy for them, as they are longtime companions. During this dinner, my sister asked my son, a 17 years old boy, to make her wedding dress. My son has always loved design and fashion. He took technical courses in these areas and sewing, and even his friends keep asking for his clothes because they're so beautiful. He agreed, but said that he needed time and that he would need her opinion constantly. At first, my sister was very annoying. My son drew about 50 dress designs in 1 month, and she only liked one, which he continued with. He sewed it with great quality fabric, which I paid for as I wanted to get involved in a certain way. For 5 months, he made several adjustments to suit her wishes, as she always complained about something. After a while, he arrived at the final model, and it was just amazing. My mother cried seeing my sister in the dress, and I confess that I almost got emotional too. The problem was that last week my son came to talk to me about the wedding invitation that had not arrived for him, but had for other family members. I thought maybe he did not need one, but it still felt weird. I messaged my sister raising this issue, and she replied that she did not want any underage people at her wedding because there would be alcohol. I asked if she was going to make an exception for my son, but she cut me off and said no. There are no children in our family. My son is the only minor, so I did not see any sense in this rule for family members. To make matters worse, my son was very sad and cried because he spent months on this dress and could not go to the wedding. I was very upset and told my sister that she should look for another dress as soon as possible, as she would no longer wear the one my son made. She called and yelled at me, saying I was being unreasonable and that I could not do this. My mother called me, saying I should deliver the dress and follow the rules, but I did not and hung up on her. Because of this, the family is divided. Many agree with me and condemn my sister's action, saying she could only make an exception, but another part says I am unreasonable and spoiling her big day. I do not think I am being wrong, but just rational and paying her back in kind. So, am I the asshole? Update. First, I would like to thank all the comments and suggestions. I really did not expect my post to resonate so much. I talked to my son about the suggestions you all gave me, and he agreed to sell the dress at market price. He calculated the price of everything, and the value was quite high. We sent the proposal to my sister, and she hated it. She said she could not afford it because it was too expensive and that it should be a gift because she is family. I responded by saying that it was too easy to say she was family to get a free dress, but not enough to include my son. She cried on the call and begged me not to ruin her day, but I did not call that to me was nonsense. At no point did she offer to just let my son go or apologize for it. For anyone who said that maybe she is homophobic, I am not sure, but I think who could be influencing her is her fiancé, who is a Christian and has never been close to my son. However, I do not care if he is doing it or not. If she wants to exclude my son from this event, then she will also be cutting ties with me. For those who are asking for a photo of the dress, I am sorry to disappoint you, but my son did not agree, and unfortunately, I will not post it because of that. If anything else happens, I will let you know. Until then, thank you all. Reddit verdict: not the asshole. Write what you think about this situation. Who did the right thing, and who is the asshole? Let's discuss it in the comments. In the meantime, let's move on to the next story. Am I the asshole for cooking food while my roommate's girlfriend was here and offering her some? I, a 21-year-old man, am from the South. I grew up in New Orleans and Texas. My mother runs a catering business, and most of her clients were either in Louisiana or Texas. I mention this to explain that I grew up cooking and helping my mother with her business. I was frying chicken and catfish as soon as I could reach the stove, and making gumbo and buttermilk biscuits at a very young age. I am currently attending culinary school. I have lived in a rented house on the East Coast with my roommate, a 22-year-old man, for a year and a half. He is not a close friend. We just connected because we both needed roommates in the area. He is a good housemate, and we watch shows and movies together. We occasionally hang out and go for drinks. I make friends easily because of my Southern background and experience in customer service since I was a child. I know how to talk, charm, and listen to people, despite being naturally more introverted. My roommate has been dating his girlfriend, a 20-year-old woman, for about 6 months. I have met her before and seen her in passing. My roommate and his girlfriend had a 2-week break from school. Since she still lives with her parents, she decided to stay at our place for the entire 2 weeks. I continued doing things as I normally would. It got awkward at first when I was about to mow the lawn, and my roommate stopped me, saying he wanted to mow, even though I usually do it. A couple of days later, I was outside washing my car and asked both of them if they wanted me to wash theirs. She seemed willing to agree, but he gave her an angry look, so they declined. I cook frequently at home and usually share some with my roommate, so whenever I made food, I would offer them some, and this seemed to upset him. A few weeks earlier, when she was here and we were all talking, she mentioned a specific kind of cheesecake she really likes, so I made it and sent a group text saying everyone could have some. My roommate got upset. I do not see this as overstepping a boundary, as this is how I treat him and all guests. The other day, he told me how annoying it was to hear his girlfriend talk about how good my freshly baked bread is. I am not trying to make him look bad. This is simply how I was raised. If I bake 2 loaves of bread, I leave them out for the household to enjoy. Edit. The cheesecake is just a common courtesy to me. When his parents visit, I make pound cake because they like it. If a guest is coming, you get or make what they like. There is nothing unusual about picking up their favorite chips or making tea when guests arrive. That is just how I was raised. Edit. Wow, this is blown up. I just want to say we generally have a good roommate relationship. We are not best friends, but it is friendly enough. The only change has been when his girlfriend is here. So no, I am not looking for new roommates, to be adopted, or to move. But thanks. Here are some more things that upset him. I went to the grocery store and asked if anyone needed anything. I was frying chicken and offered the first and best pieces out of the oil to them. I changed the oil in my own car. I used a smoker in the backyard to make brisket. I grill and smoke in the backyard and needed a piece of wood cut in a certain way to hold something up. I cut and nailed some wood together in the garage. It feels like I can't even exist while she's here. Final edit. I tend to see the good and best in people, so I was not seeing him as very insecure and was trying to view this in a more positive light. But he just texted me and said that I greet his girlfriend in too kind a way, and it's annoying that I say be safe when she leaves the house. I say this to him and everyone when they tell me they're going somewhere. He sent me a long text saying it's bad that I look her in the eyes when she's talking to me. Maybe it's time for a new roommate. Update. Many people wanted an update. I wanted to see my roommate in a more positive light because I tend to try to see the best in people, but reading the replies and his recent actions have opened my eyes. I never took him too seriously because he seems like a pretty harmless person from my perspective. There is a big difference in how he lashes out at me compared to his girlfriend. He has been bold in texts, but only mildly upset when I see him in person. I have taken a step back and looked at anything I could have provoked him, though I am not excusing his behavior. While I do not believe I am wrong for being hospitable and hosting a guest, if a 75-year-old man were staying with us, I would treat him the same as I have treated his girlfriend. I realize he's not from the South. I was told by others in school that women outside the South do not enjoy being called ma'am. However, I have never seen a woman get angry if I called her ma'am up here. I call women of all ages dear or darling, and I can see how that might be seen as flirtatious, even though it's just part of how I speak. Now that he knows I have seen his true behavior, he doesn't even try to act the way he did before. I sent his girlfriend screenshots of the texts he sent and told her about the things he has said. I am not sure if she is leaving or staying, but I have let her know and told her to contact me if she needs any help. I do not plan on moving anytime soon, as I enjoy having space for a grill, smoker, and a garage. He told me he is looking for new places to live and might go back to his parents' place. I make enough working at a restaurant to afford the rent alone. I would like more money going into savings, but I'm not worried financially for now. I am flattered and overwhelmed by all the positive replies. About 100 of you told me to thank my mother, so I certainly will. I grew up working in hospitality with my mother and siblings. My father instilled respect in me. He never felt emasculated, even when my mother's business started earning more than his job. They just save their money from their jobs and go on vacation often. Thank you for all the kindness and offers for adoption, jobs, relationships, and friendships. Many people have asked for gumbo and chicken recipes. It is too much to type out, but I use curry powder in many dishes to give them good flavor, as my mother does. White pepper is essential for that excellent fried chicken flavor. Reddit verdict: not the asshole.
What do you think about this situation? Who do you think is a jerk, and who did the right thing? Share your thoughts in the comments and subscribe to the Sneaky Pigeon channel to get more cool and interesting stories. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.